Have you ever wondered what kinds of attractions you can find in a plain state known mainly for cornfields and cows? Well, as it turns out, there's quite a lot to discover in such a place. Seated beautifully on the banks of the Missouri River, Bismarck embodies the rich histories unique to North Dakota, ranging from its rich cultural attractions and prehistoric past to its full-bodied German-inspired cuisine. Keep watching to find out some of the best things to do in Bismarck, North Dakota. Dakota Zoo. Do your kids love wildlife? Then you should certainly be considering a vacation to this location. Dakota Zoo is quite popular among tourists, recording over 150,000 visitors yearly. It's North Dakota's third zoo, situated at Missouri's riverbank. Dakota Zoo has a history that dates back to the 1960s, and only a few other Bismarck attractions can contend with it. Of course, it's not the largest zoo, so why does it warrant a visit? Dakota Zoo is home to an expansive range of animal species, including 125 bird species, mammals, arthropods, Bengal tigers, American alligators, and more. It also has events and shows, all contributing to its popularity amongst wildlife enthusiasts. The best part of the experience is you can take a train to see various animals. Furthermore, if you want to take a break from the wildlife, there are also aquariums and play areas waiting to give you a remarkable experience, especially on hot summer days. Fort Abraham Lincoln State Park. This historic park is located at the intersection of the Missouri and Heart Rivers and is the oldest state park in the state. At Fort Abraham Lincoln State Park, you get to see Civil War-era barracks, a commissary, and even General Custer's house. This once-in-a-lifetime experience is more than enough to make your day. Wandering the infantry post blockhouse, you'll also get to take in the view of the scenic valley and beautiful Missouri River just below. Besides, if you're down for some activities, you can decide to climb on the blockhouses and take a walk on the roof. Kids will especially find this fun. Historic trolley rides and horseback riding are also available during the summer months. North Dakota Heritage Center and Museum. We all love freebies, so how does the idea of visiting museums and seeing prehistoric beasts at zero cost sound? Exciting, right? The North Dakota Heritage Center and State Museum strikes a delicate balance between education and fun with its treehouse and geologic time exhibit. The most thrilling feature of this location is its adaptation gallery, where you can appreciate skeletal frameworks of dinosaurs, including Triceratops and T-Rex. And that's not all. The gallery also features giant skeletons of Ice Age mammals that will leave you in awe. Naturally, all these things may bore children. Fortunately, there's something that appeals to them: the treehouse. The treehouse is a small museum for children where they can have a dance party, climb through tubes, soar above trees, ride trains, and even enjoy a boat cruise. Hey, if you're enjoying this video so far, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to Viewcation if you haven't already. And stick around for more of the best things to do in Bismarck, North Dakota. Raging Rivers Waterpark. Are you considering spending a relaxing day in Bismarck? Or perhaps you just want to have a little fun? Look no further than the Raging Rivers Waterpark. Elegantly seated at the heart of Mandan is the scenic park, which is home to an incredible range of slides, a splash play area for kids, and lazy rivers. When the temperatures are approaching the high 90s in summer, there's no better place to cool off than a visit to this water park. Buckstop Junction. If you're still up for some adventures and exploring historic monuments, head on up to Buckstop Junction, where you get to step into actual historic structures from the 1880s to the 1990s. On your first visit, you'd think you'd entered a time machine and landed on a prairie town around the 1880s. Buckstop Junction is an institution of the Historical Society of Missouri's Valley. Its overall design gives you a feeling and an atmosphere of an ancient prairie settlement. You'd find historic buildings moved here to develop the town, as you can see in pictures. In addition, there are people to tell you stories about the origin of North Dakota, how the towns were built, and how the early residents homesteaded the grasslands. You also get to wind down and refuel before resuming the hustle and bustle. Tickets are only $6 a person for adults, with discounted rates for children. Bismarck Art Alley. Bismarck's Art Valley is a great location if you have a thing for street art and murals, with creative expressions showcasing a uniform theme: North Dakota reflection. They showcase various elements particular to the state, including cows, farmlands, and more. You'll also find some mind-blowing murals and a map of the 53 counties in the state, picturesque sunflower paintings, and a wall filled with good vibes and positive energy. Bismarck Art Valley, or as the natives call it, Baga, also hosts an exciting monthly exhibit featuring art enthusiasts across the nation. You can stop by to appreciate the artwork at zero admission fee. Fort Mandan. Another great place to hang out, whether on your own or with family, is Fort Mandan, where you can explore the wintering encampment Lewis and Clark built in the 1800s. Not only is it a rich historical location, but it also doubles as a recreational option with its overwhelming range of exciting activities. There's a wonderful play area for your kids with a tent for camping. Park tours are available to guide you and satisfy your curiosity. After your tour, be sure to check out the natural hiking paths and trails along the river. Former Governor's Mansion. The former Governor's Mansion is an iconic, historic, and luxury mansion that dates back to the 19th century. The Victorian stick-styled mansion was erected in the 1880s, serving as home to the state's governor until the early 1960s. If you want to catch a glimpse of what living was like in the era when men had to wear dress shirts on the daily and women wore skirts heavier than a bull, the former Governor's Mansion is a great place. It features furniture past governors used over the centuries, alongside exhibitions on the restoration journey. There's a tour to tell you more about the history of the building and guide you through the era. History buffs will find the former Governor's Mansion fascinating. Bismarck Restaurants. There are many pleasant surprises for you in Bismarck, but beyond question, none will surprise you more than the Bismarck restaurants. You'll find breweries all over town, serving up incredible beers and an equally enchanting cocktail culture. Pizzerias are everywhere, offering unique and exotic slices. Another thing you don't want to miss is Bismarck's Butterhorns. Imagine a soft, light, and buttery blend of the best crescent roll and dinner roll combined. And that's just the tip of the iceberg of what you can expect to find in Bismarck's culinary scene. Additionally, you'll find coffee shops everywhere with an imaginative menu that will leave you coming back for more. Missouri Riverboat Cruise on Lewis and Clark. Are you sick of merely admiring the Missouri River from the banks and looking to get on in? Then jump on the Lewis and Clark Riverboat and enjoy an hour cruise down the river. And of course, it's not just a cruise. It's an experience you'll want to relive over and over again. With views of Bismarck from the water, aquatic and terrestrial wildlife, and fascinating information about the Missouri River Valley. But best of all is that depending on your budget, you may decide to go for a simple cruise or a themed one. The cruises are usually available from May to September, around the busiest tourist seasons. Now it's time to hear from you. Did we miss any of your favorites in Bismarck? Let us know in the comments section below. And before you go, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to Viewcation if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.